Okay. Hello, everyone. Oh shoot, I forgot to. 1 second. Because I need to do this. And then. That's not. Sorry. There we go. Cool. Okay. So, in this tutorial, I will be showing you how to do basic setup for your sources and your scenes in OBS Studio. Specifically, I'm using version 32.1.0. Sorry. I will try to keep distractions to a minimum. So, with this, say I didn't have any of these sources already set up. How would I go about creating the sources that are in my scene? Well, that's very simple. You see, in this Sources tab, you would just go down here to this little handy dandy plus sign, and it says add source, and so you would just pick your source. Say I wanted to grab a game capture, just for the heck of it. And then I would have the options of create new or add existing. Seeing that I don't have any existing for this PC, I would just do something kind of basic so that I know what it's for, right? To differentiate from anything else that I would have over here. And then what I'd end up doing is clicking OK if I wanted to add it. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I click OK, right? So that would be fine. And we capture the audio, and we'll do allow transparency. We'll also do capture third-party overlays. Okay, right? And then procreate is fine. Our color space, our RGB 10A2 color space is fine, right? So then we would just click OK. And as you can see, now it is listed in my sources over here that I have. But let's say I didn't have any of that, right? So how would I do that exactly? Right? Well, it's the same deal for any sources that you have, right? So again, if you look at your options here, it gives you window capture, video capture device. Make sure that your options for everything that you are adding, that you want to add, as far as this goes, is what you will be using consistently and be using every time. Because that is very important when running OBS and trying to get everything set up how you need it. So if I were to, let's say, lock volume on desktop audio, and I went real quick to Discord, and we'll hop in a random VC here, right? And then if I use the soundboard to say, make the clack sound, right? So that would work. So that should work. Unfortunately, I don't have multiple screens and multiple scenes to be able to do everything with, right? But just to show you in OBS, if I am doing desktop audio, it should see, it captured the desktop audio that I just played there. So, given that, if we decided to unlock the volume and turn the desktop volume down, it'll be a lot quieter, and lock the volume. So, for example, what that looks like is, again, if I go to the soundboard and I do the air horn, see it goes and does the volume, but it locks at where it was set instead of going all the way up. Right, which is helpful. Which I should probably do that with my mic input, but I can do that later. Again, off topic, but say I did that and lock the volume. Then it would do that for my desktop audio if I had it as a source. The display capture, obviously, it doesn't have audio volume for itself because it's not doing anything other than capturing my entire screen. My mic, however, is constantly picking up audio from my mic that I have, which I can kind of show you what that's like. So let's say we do that, and then we lock the volume on our mic volume. It doesn't go up very high or anything like that once we apply the settings, right? So once we have it all situated and everything, it's going to, or at least it should, lock the volume, right? Hopefully. That is the hope, which I see it's now starting to do. And then if you have multiple scenes and multiple screens, you can choose which scene to be in and show at any given moment. Right? So there's that. I have this video capture device input here that I only use for special occasions, right? So again, anything over here in sources, you would just go to this little handy dandy plus button and add whatever you want that you have available to you. And please, please, for the love of everything holy, make sure that whatever you have for your mic, desktop audio, display capture, and everything is going to be what you use frequently. Because if you don't use it all the time, like OBS will have a major fit if you don't do what you need to in order to capture your mic, your desktop audio, your display, or your game capture, or if you are one of those weird people like me, and you have a video capture device, it will capture video when you have it on and active, which I currently don't for mine. However, I can turn it on whenever I'm using it, and it will just use my specified camera for that video capture device. Scenes are very similar, so if you just need one scene or a couple of scenes very similar to your sources, let's pretend I don't have any of these here. So what would I do? With initial setup, you just come down to this add source and you'd name it whatever you wanted, and then you would just click OK. So we'll just give it the name test scene, and we'll do that. Right? It's not really doing a whole lot of anything, but it's there now. But I don't need it, so I will just delete it, right? But this is basically your basic setup, and then your windows and everything that you have, you can have docked wherever you want, right? So hopefully that helped. If you don't know what you're doing with OBS, it can certainly be hard to know where to go for certain things with it. But if you are not a novice at this, which I'm not, but I'm also not the the best kind of like computer guru, I guess you could say. But I do know my way around a little bit because I've been using this program for a while to, um, as you can see, do streaming stuff, and also I do regularly use it in a professional setting to record meetings and stuff like that. So, uh, anyway, but you already knew this, um, or at least if you're if you're watching this, you may have already knew this. Um, so, like I said, I hope that helps, and definitely if you have any concerns with anything, um, I am always generally available to help with questions on anything. Um, so if you have any questions on anything, um, definitely just let me know, and it can go from there. Um, I'm going to, before I forget, um, turn my, um, where was it? Here we go. Turn that back on so that it doesn't show OBS, right? And there, I hope that helped. Um, anyway, this has been super fun. I am Slayer, signing off for this lovely little tutorial. And yeah, hope this helped. Any questions, definitely let me know. Um, okay, bye everybody.